a lipstick looks simple. Just a smooth bullet in a tube. But inside a modern factory, it is a precision product heated, blended, molded, cooled, inspected, and packed so every single stick glides the same, smells the same, and never breaks in your bag. Welcome back to Factory Flow. Today we are going inside a modern lipstick factory to see how lipstick is really made. Step by step, from raw waxes and pigments to the final click of a sealed box. The process starts in the raw material zone. Lipstick is basically three systems working together: waxes to give shape and structure, oils and emollients to make it glide and feel comfortable, and pigments to deliver color. Every ingredient arrives with batch codes and documentation, because cosmetics manufacturing is all about traceability and consistency. Next comes weighing. Factories do not eyeball lipstick color. Pigments are measured in exact ratios, because tiny differences change the shade under light. Waxes and oils are also weighed precisely, because if the wax ratio is off, the lipstick can become too soft, too hard, or prone to sweating in heat. Now we move into melting. Waxes are loaded into stainless mixing kettles and heated until they become a clear, hot liquid. Oils and emollients are added to create the base. This stage looks calm, but it is strict. Temperature matters. Too hot, and you can damage fragrance or degrade some ingredients. Too cool, and the wax will not blend properly. Then the color comes in. Pigments are added to the hot base and mixed under high shear. The goal is perfect dispersion. No specks, no streaks, no uneven color. Many factories run the mixture through a 3-roll mill or special homogenizers, so pigment particles are evenly distributed, and the finish looks smooth on the lips. Now the formula is almost ready. But there is a hidden enemy: air bubbles. So the mixture often goes into a vacuum system to remove trapped air. This prevents holes, cracks, and weak points inside the lipstick bullet, because if a bullet has air pockets, it can snap during use. Next comes the fragrance and final additives. Flavor oils, fragrance, and sometimes skincare ingredients are added at controlled temperatures so they do not evaporate or degrade. Then the batch is tested. Color match, viscosity, melting point, and stability checks before the factory releases it to molding. Now the iconic step: molding the lipstick bullet. The hot liquid lipstick is poured or injected into precision molds shaped like the final bullet. These molds are temperature controlled, because cooling speed affects crystal structure in the wax, and that affects strength, glide, and surface shine. After filling, the molds move into cooling tunnels or chilled plates. The lipstick solidifies, then the mold opens and the bullet is released. At this moment, the bullet still looks slightly dull or imperfect. That is why factories add a finishing step: flaming and polishing. Many lines pass the bullet quickly through a controlled flame or heat source to melt just the surface, removing tiny lines and creating that flawless glossy finish. Then, the bullet is inspected for defects, scratches, air holes, uneven tips, or color variation. Now assembly. The bullet is inserted into its tube mechanism, twisted to verify smooth movement, and capped. Some factories also print batch codes or shade names, then wipe and clean the exterior so the final product looks perfect on camera and on store shelves. Next comes packaging. Lipsticks are placed into trays, boxed, sealed, and labeled. Vision systems check that the right shade goes into the right box. Weight checks confirm complete packaging. Then cartons are built, palletized, and prepared for shipping. So that is how lipstick is made, in a modern factory. Precise weighing, melting waxes, and oils. Pigment dispersion. A vacuum aeration. A fragrance and final additives. Molding, controlled cooling. Surface finishing, inspection. Tube assembly, boxing and labeling. Now tell me in the comments, what surprised you most? The pigment milling, the vacuum step removing bubbles, or the quick flame polish that makes the surface perfect. If you enjoyed this full process factory tour on factory flow, hit like, subscribe, and tell me what beauty factory you want next. Foundation, mascara, perfume, or skincare creams.
I think this shade would be perfect.
Sure. Let me see that one.
This one here.
The perfect shade is ready. Wow, it's beautiful. Sissies!
Inventory check complete.
Good. Proceed to aisle 7.
So to super just go down.
The data shows a significant increase in recent sales.